Good morning. It's Rob at Harlem Lofts. How are you? As promised, we're going to do a quick update on the condo market today based on the current situation we're going through with COVID-19. We're in week 8 or 9, depending on how you look at this, of this stay-at-home order. And basically, we do reports on, this is our reports. You can find them on our website at harlemlofts.com under resources. They're free. You can download them. They're 32 pages and go into a lot of detail. These quick videos we're doing just to update people on the current market, what's going on right now. So to start, we'll talk about something a little more macro, and this will be 5 minutes. Condo sales volume in 2019, this is not a quarterly report like we normally do. This goes all the way through last night at 5 o'clock of everything that's recorded. There are some delays in recordings, but actually we've closed deals and seen them recorded within 3 days. So that seems like it's all worked out. Total sales volume in 2019, we had, if you can see the little chart behind me, 28 million in sales volume. That's all the condos put together, fair market condos. And it trickled down to 13 million in total sales volume in April. So January through April of last year, first quarter of last year, was nothing to jump up and down about unless you were a buyer. Flip over to 2020. We came out of the gate strong with 26 million, with every intention of going up this particular first quarter before COVID-19. But as you can see, a similar trickle-down effect happened where we only had 8 million in sales for April. And that's as of yesterday. So even the ones that were recorded last week are included. Now, flip over to the number of sales, the next chart that you're going to see. Condominium sales in January of 2019 were at 30, and this year in 20 it was 32. February was 17. That was a weakening market. This year, February was 23. It was supposed to be a stronger market. And then we get into March and April. You'll still see, similar to last year, it's not that much difference. You had 14 condos that sold in March and 11 in April. But here's the challenge. We do very detailed townhouse reports, and townhouses, the closing process is much quicker outside of any drama related to the estate or whatever else may be in play. When you're dealing with a condominium, you have a different animal. You basically, a lot of these closings that did not happen, maybe they're being renegotiated. We're not sure. Some of them are that I know of. But also the closing process just takes longer. And think about it. Everyone in March or in April, everyone, the law offices, the management companies, everyone had to shift gears and get used to the new way of doing business, which is, who would have guessed that you would be able to have a virtual notary, which was a temporary law that was put into effect to make this happen, make closings happen when they were deemed essential. So you had virtual walkthroughs, you had virtual inspections, you had virtual notaries, and you had virtual closings. We talked about that last week. So that's a lot of people shifting their businesses in a lot of ways in which if one person doesn't get it together, that closing would have been delayed. So I think you'll see later that some of these closings will happen, even though we're in COVID-19, because the offices and the management companies and the law offices and brokerages have learned to work in this environment. So those contracts have been delayed. So let's talk about what's most important. And that's going to be what's happening with the listings on the market right now. Basically, right now we have 223 condominiums in Upper Manhattan in the area that we choose. We don't count Riverside Drive or Central Park because those skew the numbers. So we pull back and we do, actually, if you go to this report, you'll see that we outline exactly what zip codes and what we exclude to make our data a little more accurate for real buyers or real sellers. So if you look at the 223 properties that are on the market now, the biggest percentage, well, we divided it into 4 groups. We are 5 groups. We had studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and 4+. So for this report, to make it simple, we thought we'd divide it by rooms. We do our townhouses a little differently. And the biggest percentage of owners that decided to discount their properties were in the 3-bedroom range. And 22% of those owners, as you see in red, decided to discount their properties, an average of 6.3%, which is not crazy. The townhouses were deeper. So if you look at the studios, only 7% of those buyers or sellers decided to discount their properties at average of 4.3%. So really the big discounts, if you're a buyer, the big discounts right now seem to be in the 3-bedroom condos in Upper Manhattan. The other categories have not seen deep discounts as of yet. Although 2-bedrooms are that's in orange, 12.9% of those sellers decided to discount theirs 5%. So you are starting to see some discounting. Stay tuned with us next week. We'll try to update you on this again. We are keeping up with current data now, and normally we only base it on historical data. And just keep in mind that with closing delays and renegotiations and stuff, it is what it is, but only later will we see a true roadmap of what happened. I hope this is helpful, and click on our YouTube channel or however that works, and I'll try to keep these videos going for you while I'm locked in my home. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.